Hey, Paul, and thanks for that introduction. I'm Susan Finch. This is SLMA Radio, and I am your I'm actually your interviewer today. My guest today is James Obermeyer, the CEO of the SLMA. Hey, Jim.
Good afternoon, Susan. Glad to be here today.
Well, we have some exciting things we're launching today. Today, I want you to tell us what is the 40 most inspiring in sales lead management all about?
Well, actually, it's a succession to the program of the 50 most influential people in sales lead management that we ran for 7 years.
Wow, 7 years? I forgot that we'd done it that long.
Yeah, 7 years. Every year we named 50 people that were nominated and then elected by 3,000 to 6,000 votes. And it was a great program, but we wanted to step it up a little bit, and that's why we've got this 40 most inspirational leaders in sales lead management program that's starting this year.
Who's nominating?
Well, only members can nominate. Only members can vote. Membership is free, so it's easy to join. So members will nominate who they think, who in their opinion are the most inspiring leaders in sales lead management, in actually 4 categories. The members can nominate someone in B2B and B2C sales and marketing management, or one of the web companies. They can nominate several people from the company, but we're only going to take the 2 top voters from any company, so we don't have one group totally dominating the category.
And I heard that because I know in years past, when it's a larger company, well, they have more opportunities to get a lot more people and a lot more votes. So this is going to even it out so that we also have a better opportunity to recognize smaller companies and individuals that may not be, as front and center, loud and clear as some of the others. So I'm really excited with this change. So I know in years past, Jim, for the 50 most influential, we've always had sponsors of those great campaigns. Who are sponsors for the 40 most inspiring?
Outward Media, the database company, as well as Dan McDade over at Point Clear, the lead generation company. They've been a big supporter, and Dan McDade is also on our board. So both of them are sponsors this year.
I'm so glad that, I know Point Clear has been on board for a while for these campaigns. They see the value in it, and I really appreciate their support.
Yes.
So when do nominations start?
October 1st, and the nominations are done October 31st at the end of business that day. Okay,
so where are they going to go to nominate?
They go over to the 40 most inspiring .com.
Right. And also our main site, right?
Yeah, they just go to the main site. It's right at the top. They can just click on through.
And that's theslma.com, and you'll be taken right to our homepage. Right. And from there, you'll see a huge graphic you can click on.
Yes.
So we've said that only members can nominate. So folks, if you end up there and you click and you read through and you say, okay, I'm ready to nominate, you're going to be prompted to log in. And if you remember your login, you're set. If you need a password reset, you'll click that, put the email in that we have on record, and you'll get an email with a password reset. If you are not a member yet, take the 2 minutes, join. It's for free. We don't bombard you with emails or anything else. This is just a way to validate the nominations and the voting process. So speaking of voting, we know the nominations go through the end of October, Jim. When can people start to vote?
November 6th, they begin to vote, and that goes through December 6th. And then we'll close it off, and then we'll count all the votes. We're expecting anywhere from 3,000 to 6,000 votes.
Terrific. Where can they see the nominees, though? The list of nominees.
That's right on the website for the 40 inspiring leaders. It's right on that particular website. They can see all the nominees.
Great. So 40mostinspiring.com. That's all you have to do. Go there, and you'll see the category for the 2015 nominees to review who's there. And then when it's time to vote, you'll be able to at least get to know some of these people. Hey, maybe you're going to get exposed to a bunch of new people you hadn't met yet, new companies. This is a wonderful opportunity for everybody to expand our knowledge, our networks. So speaking of that, what happens when somebody wins? What's the benefit?
Well, they get an email from us saying that they're winners. They get a certificate, which I get, everybody likes to have. They get the bragging rights to say that they're recognized as a leader in the field of sales lead management. and they were voted on. They got this because people nominated them. They voted on it, and when people vote, when people nominate, there's a section to tell us in 50 words or less, I should say, what they have to say about this person. And that will actually be used in the judging, because this year it isn't just pure votes. This year it's also somewhat the judging and what people say about you. So it's a little bit of both. The judges are anonymous, so we keep that out of the way. They can't be nominated and everything. So it's a combination of both what's said about that person as well as the number of votes received.
So this isn't just a membership drive for the SLMA, and it's not just a popularity contest. This is a truly validated type of nomination and voting system that gives you true bragging rights. You are being recognized by your peers, by your clients perhaps, maybe by your staff, maybe by your own mentors, as being somebody that is a leader. So that's a great thing, to be able to say. But we also don't we do a press release and interviews and all sorts of other things?
Yeah, you're right. We put out the press release at the end saying who the winners are. In fact, you'll do a video on it. We do a press release on it to everyone to let everybody know. And then the interesting thing is, for both the 50 most in the previous years, and we're expecting it for this program also, and the 20 Women to Watch program, these portions of our website are some of the hardest hit areas all year long. They're constantly referred to, because many of the winners put this into their signature blocks, into their bios, and people come to the site to look at their photos and their bios on the site. So this is visited by a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people all year long. So there is a lot of recognition that goes with it.
Well, I know throughout this year, we've constantly drawn from the winners of the 20 Women to Watch and the 50 Most Influential for our radio shows. That's who we've been interviewing, because they are the leaders and they have something to offer everybody. So there's one more benefit. I mean, if you have somebody that you think is important enough, has inspired you folks, nominate them, vote for them, get other people to vote for them. Maybe they'll win. And that's the best way to say thank you for anything they've done for you, is to give them that opportunity to share their knowledge with everybody else.
Yes, it's really an opportunity to say thank you to some people. Let's face it, we really believe sales lead management is a skill and a science. Those who master it gain market share faster than competitors. Those who don't lag and suffer with high marketing costs, missed quotas, sales channels, turnover, and missed forecasts. So there are a lot of vendors out there that have learned this. I was taught about sales lead management when I was 5 years into a job where I was just a marketing communications manager, and I didn't care about how the leads were managed. I didn't know about return on investment. All I did was create volume. And a media space rep and owner of a magazine sat me down one day over lunch and said, "You got to get this right if you're going to stay in this business. You have to manage the leads, take an interest in managing leads." Well, from there, I found that what percentage of leads turn into a sale, how long it takes, and I became a person that stood up and wrote 2 books on the subject. At Beckman Instruments, I was known as a real irritant because I made sure that we got lead management right for our salespeople. And I really stood up for it for all these years. That's why we started the association. That's why we wrote the books, the articles, the weekly radio program. If you get sales lead management right, then you're going to get your marketing right. And the people that know how to do this should be recognized. And that's what we're going to do here.
Well, I know a phrase that you've liked to use recently, and I love how it comes across, but it fits across many industries. But for this industry in particular, the folks that we're talking about in recognizing in this 40 most inspiring in sales lead management, they're builders of wealth. This is what they do. And it isn't necessarily through the same path or techniques, but this is what they are. They create wealth, whether it's for themselves, but usually it's for their companies. And from there, they benefit. Their team benefits.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Susan. I've been really honored to have so many people that were nominated to the 50 most influential programs, and this includes the Mac McIntoshes and the Carlos Hidalgos and the Mick Hollisons and the over at Inside Sales, and Peter Gracie at the Quota Factory, and Maria Pergolino over at Aptus, and Howard Sewell at Spear Marketing, Deborah DaCosta, Direct Marketing Partners, Ken Krogh at Sales Inside Sales, very well-known people. So it's a large group of people that get recognized, and this is the way we give back to the leaders in the industry, and we hope they speak out more about this subject.
Well, Jim, I think that what we need to do now is wrap up this show. And hey, everybody, go to theslma.com, click on the big banner. You can also visit our site in progress as the nominations come in at 40mostinspiring.com. That's the number 40, mostinspiring.com. We'll look forward to talking to you next week. We hope you will take advantage of this opportunity. Thanks for listening to SLMA Radio. That is slmaradio.com to hear all of our past episodes and to find out what's new.